The next big thing. Blake Shelton's daring proclamation to Brandon Blackstock far in advance of his demise. The country singer was instrumental in arranging for Blackstock and Clarkson to tie the knot. After the tragic passing of Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband Brandon Blackstock, some are reflecting on the dynamic that existed among Clarkson, Blackstock, and Blake Shelton when times were good. Blackstock managed Shelton for a long time, but the singer and manager broke up following Shelton's divorce from Clarkson. Clarkson and Shelton have maintained a close friendship for a long time, even after she broke up with Blackstock. Blake came clean in 2012 about his involvement in pushing the couple toward their wedding date. "Man, you need to grow up and figure out what you need to marry this girl," Shelton urged Brandon, as Shelton described, paraphrased. Us Weekly reports that Shelton told Hollyscoop what he was thinking at the moment. He proceeded by stating, "I will perform the wedding music or be that guy if you want me to. Get your $1 out of your arse and propose to that girl. I'll play for 4 hours if it takes." An engagement and wedding preparations ensued shortly after, as if Shelton's remarks had been the final push Blackstock needed at the time. As promised, Shelton was going to preside over the wedding of Blackstock and Clarkson. Clarkson remarked, "He's not only singing, he's marrying us," when asked about the first wedding vision. Shelton clarified his decision not to perform the wedding ceremony during an interview on Jay Leno's The Tonight Show in November 2013. Although his method of ordination was unconventional, he did confess that he was legally ordained to perform wedding ceremonies. Shelton said that it was unfortunate that Clarkson and Blackstock's wedding date had leaked before the ceremony. Therefore, the pair opted to elope, according to Shelton. "I got the chance to do something truly remarkable. I got to skip the wedding," Shelton acknowledged. "I would prefer to visit the dentist," he said with a grin. In August 2021, an insider told Us Weekly that when it came down to it, Shelton prioritized his friendship with Clarkson over his business connection with Blackstock. Blake and Kelly have a very tight relationship, according to the insider who spoke with the media. More than just friends, their bond extends into the realm of business. The life and career of country music superstar and popular The Voice coach Blake Shelton have been the subject of innumerable headlines. In the months following Brandon Blackstock's untimely death, a comment that had been uttered years before has made a comeback. Much attention and eyebrows have been aroused by Shelton's remarks on Blackstock, who was both his former brother-in-law and a well-known music manager. As the Globe considers the tragic and startling circumstances of Blackstock's death, the sincere and forthright comments have gained further significance. Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband Brandon Blackstock was an influential figure in country music and had strong ties to Blake Shelton's family and career. Over the years, the two had had many personal and professional encounters. Though made long before Blackstock passed away, Shelton's statement may now provide light on the nature of their relationship, the stresses of their profession, and the challenging roads they each took. Blake Shelton's and Brandon Blackstock's relationship. Blake Shelton's relationship with Brandon Blackstock must be understood before delving into his daring statement. Because of their common working experiences in the music industry, the two guys formed a close bond. Many country music performers, like Blake Shelton and his ex-wife Kelly Clarkson, were managed by Brandon Blackstock. While Shelton was rising to fame, their working connection flourished, and Blackstock was instrumental in assisting Shelton in navigating the music industry's intricate maze. Family was more important to Blake Shelton and Brandon Blackstock than their business relationship. Blackstock became the brother-in-law of Shelton after his 2013 marriage to Kelly Clarkson. Family ties made their relationship more complicated, especially while they were both dealing with the demands of fame, personal life, and business. On the other hand, arguments and tense moments were inevitable in any relationship involving a public figure. Even while Shelton and Blackstock seemed to get along well on the job, there were times when Blackstock's feelings for Shelton were exposed. During one of these instances, which occurred in an interview conducted many years before Blackstock's untimely demise, Shelton uttered a statement that would cause some to scratch their heads. Fans were shocked by the bold statement. In an interview that went viral years before the awful news of Blackstock's murder broke, Blake Shelton made a daring statement that everyone from fans to media to industry insiders took notice. It wasn't a careless comment. Rather, it was an honest, unfiltered, and occasionally harsh assessment of his professional relationship with Blackstock. When asked about the difficulties and potential conflicts that arise when working with relatives in the entertainment business, Shelton said it can be complicated. His response was unexpectedly forthright, despite its deliberate wording. Working with Blackstock wasn't without its challenges, and Shelton was honest about the burden of juggling family and career. Shelton made a powerful point when he discussed the difficulties of having a close personal and professional friend or family member oversee his professional life. Shelton said that there were moments when he felt that everything was a commercial decision, and that this caused tension and misunderstandings in the family. He also made a passing reference to the tremendous strain the two men were under to perform well on their own and as a unit. According to Shelton, "I think it's hard when asked about the prospect. When you combine family responsibilities with employment, it can feel like you're always being watched. It's not easy. It seems like we lose sight of our familial bond and begin to view each other merely as colleagues in the workplace at times. And it's not always simple to find a middle ground." Although not too dramatic, Shelton's statement did provide a picture of the two men's complicated dynamic. Although they had a strong familial bond, his forthright remarks revealed that their working relationship was not without its share of challenges. It was a unique look at the challenges of collaborating with a family member or close associate who you depend on for your career. Contagion from the proclamation. When Shelton made his remarks during the interview, many of his fans just shrugged them off as the typical stresses of working in show business. Conflicts between family members are common, particularly in the competitive field of music management. Some took the statement at face value, seeing it as only an admission of the difficulties that might develop when one's personal relationships are interwoven with one's professional responsibilities. The passing of Blackstock, however, has given those remarks a considerably more profound significance. The remarks spoken by Shelton have taken on a prophetic quality, providing insight into the possible hardships that Blackstock endured in his personal and professional life. No one is immune to the stresses that come with juggling a family life with a music career. Despite his fame and fortune in the music business, Blackstock had a troubled personal life. His marriage to Kelly Clarkson had a public breakdown, and he was still fighting for custody of his children. Originally intended as a fleeting moment of contemplation, Shelton's audacious remark now has far-reaching consequences. As a result, viewers are made to reevaluate the internal conflicts that Blackstock may have had, such as dealing with personal issues, business obligations, and family expectations. Given that Blackstock was subject to continual strain and scrutiny from both the public and private spheres of his life, Shelton's remark now seems like an honest appraisal of the psychological and emotional toll that such a profession may take. Sadly, Brandon Blackstock has died. The world was startled and mourned by the devastating news of Brandon Blackstock's death, which also left friends and family grieving. Even though his death was a private matter, it caused many to mourn publicly and think about the hidden challenges that many in the entertainment sector face with mental health. Despite the industry's insistence on romanticizing success, it seldom discusses the negative aspects of fame, such as the isolation, stress, and emotional and mental health problems that come with it. The death of Blake Shelton's ex-brother-in-law has been an extremely sensitive and tragic event in his life. Although Shelton has been mum since Blackstock's death, his earlier remarks regarding the challenges of combining family and career have gained further weight. The intricacies of relationships in the music industry, particularly when private and public lives are linked, are brought to light by Shelton's comments.